In this video, we'll explore the ripple effect of this groundbreaking court decision in the case of Ripple against the SEC on the crypto industry and what it might mean for its future. Ripple obtained a notable win in the US District Court on July 13 for the entire crypto space. The judge delivered a partial ruling in favor of the crypto company in the case filed by the SEC, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. The summary decision declared that the XRP is not to be considered as a security. However, this statement specifically applies to the token sales on crypto exchanges. Apparently, the SEC also grabbed a piece of victory. The judge determined that the XRP qualifies as a security when it's sold to institutional investors, meeting the requirements outlined in the Howey test, a legal test used in the United States to determine whether a transaction qualifies as an investment contract. Nevertheless, Ripple and its CEO are optimistic about the crypto innovation future in the country. The SEC's goal in the lawsuit that lasted 3 years since 2020 was to make Ripple pause offering its XRP token based on the argument that it's constituted as security and, consequently, required additional regulatory measures. Soon after the news broke, the price of XRP surged, increasing by almost 100% in the first few hours. This is hardly surprising given that right after the positive outcome for Ripple, many crypto users rushed to buy XRP crypto. This even led to one of the US-based crypto services, Uphold, to temporarily shut down. The asset's price was over $0.8 on July 13, whereas prior to this date, it had been around $0.47 for a long time. Additionally, the trading volume exceeded a whopping $9 billion on that day as a proof of a sharp increase in trade and likely the number of wallets that hold the coin too. Another metric that skyrocketed after the court's decision was Ripple's market cap, which went from $24.9 billion to $43.13 billion over the course of a single day. This jump allowed XRP to take the 4th place in the rating of cryptocurrencies, moving BNB to the 5th. However, the news, which is generally positive for the crypto space, didn't create substantial moves in the market. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum had moderate spikes in price on July 13, but the momentum didn't last long. At the same time, the court's rule might have a long-lasting effect on other cryptocurrencies that have an unclear status in the SEC's view, like Solana, Cardano, Polygon, and many others. It's visible at this point that these coins will be seen as commodities as well. After July 13, their prices got a much-needed boost. As for Ripple itself, despite its victory being partial and the issue with fundraising persists, the company has lots of plans for the future, including developing the on-demand liquidity product with American banks for blockchain-based international transfers of funds. When it comes to the token's future price, it's important to note that such a sharp increase can be temporary and based on short-term market reactions. In the near future, we can anticipate a small price increase for XRP towards level ranging from $0.9 to $1, driven by residual enthusiasm associated with the latest news. After this, though, a significant corrective movement is possible. Why is this case so important? The importance of the case is in the fact that it could potentially set a precedent for classifying other cryptocurrencies as securities, which means more control from the government. It becomes even more significant when we take into consideration that currently there are active lawsuits against such large crypto players as Binance and Coinbase. What is more, the complexity of dynamic verdict at hand, which calls XRP both a security and a commodity, according to defense lawyers, will help crypto defendants avert or at least narrow some class actions in the future. At the same time, the fact that answer is not so definitive means that the judges in the upcoming cases won't have a pre-prepared answer and will have to deal with the peculiarities of each case. Another vector of the intersection of the SEC and crypto are Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, which have been in the spotlight recently. In June 2023, one of the world's major investment companies, BlackRock, filed the SEC approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF. Its innovation is the fact that, if approved, This ETF would track the cryptocurrency's current value on the market. The Commission has been notorious for only accepting funds that deal with futures or indirect exposure to crypto because of the fear of uncontrolled speculation. BlackRock's application is proposing a fund that has a mechanism for ensuring that customer assets cannot be diverted by the exchange to a third party, which is exactly what happened to FTX in late 2022. 4 other investment firms have applied for the Bitcoin ETFs after BlackRock, and the Bitcoin price increased. Even though the initial applications were rejected by the SEC, the investment firms quickly reapplied. Now, the SEC is in the process of making a decision on updated offers. In conclusion, currently it's very hard to foresee what is going to happen with Ripple, Bitcoin, and the cryptosphere overall because of the SEC. The regulator didn't see as much support from the court as it had expected, which has given hope to the crypto community. Though there is not much certainty, we can expect news in the future with a more positive sentiment. That is all for now. If you like crypto-related content, make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave a like for this video. See you soon!